10 coldest states in the USA. How cold can it really get in the US? It has states that are freezing in winter, with temperatures dropping below zero, and states that experience heavy snowstorms and icy Arctic winds. But where is the coldest state? And how do people survive that kind of chill? Tune in as we count down America's 10 coldest states. 10. New Hampshire. New Hampshire has warm, humid summers and very cold, snowy winters. It has a climate with distinct seasons. The Atlantic Ocean helps warm the southeastern part of the state in winter. At the same time, the northern and mountainous areas get hit with cold Arctic winds and freezing temperatures. New Hampshire gets about 150 centimeters to more than 250 centimeters of snow each year. January is the coldest month, with an average low of 21 degrees Fahrenheit and an average high of 34 degrees Fahrenheit. July is the warmest month, with an average high of 79 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The best time to visit New Hampshire for warm weather activities is late June to mid-September. 9. Idaho. Although Idaho's western border is about 530 kilometers from the Pacific Ocean, ocean air sometimes influences its winter weather. This keeps winters milder in the western part of the state. Still, the eastern side is much drier and experiences bigger temperature changes between seasons. The hottest month is July, with a mean high of 92 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 62 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest month is January, with a mean low of 25 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. The warmest time of the year to visit Idaho for warm weather activities is late June to early September. 8. Wisconsin. Wisconsin's climate is controlled by Lake Superior and Lake Michigan, which border two sides of the state. These Great Lakes help shape the state's weather, leading to long, snowy, and cold winters. The northern and western regions of the state receive around 160 inches of snow, and the rest of the state gets about 40 inches. January is the coldest month, with a low of 14 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 28 degrees Fahrenheit. July is the warmest month, with a high of 82 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The best time to visit Wisconsin for warm weather activities is mid-June to early September. 7. Vermont. Vermont's climate has warm summers and snowy winters. The cold Arctic winds heavily influence Vermont's winter temperatures. Summers last about 3 to 4 months, with daytime highs typically above 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest month of the year is July, with temperatures ranging from 62 degrees Fahrenheit to 81 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest month of the year is January, with a low of 14 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. The warmest time to visit Vermont for warm weather activities is mid-June to mid-September. Vermont is also the snowiest state in the U.S., with an average snowfall of 89.25 inches. 6. Montana. Montana's geography plays a major role in its climate. The state's eastern region has plains, rocky terrain, and small mountain ranges, with a dry climate and bitterly cold winters. A major mountain range, the Continental Divide, blocks warm Pacific air from moving east and keeps dry inland air from moving west. As a result, the region west of the divide has cooler summers and milder winters, while the east experiences harsher conditions. Summers in Montana are short, warm, and mostly clear, but winters are freezing, snowy, and sometimes foggy. December is the state's coldest month, and July is the hottest month. Temperatures rarely drop below -8 degrees Fahrenheit or rise above 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Montana's summer season can best be enjoyed from early July to mid-August. 5. Wyoming. Wyoming's climate is dry, with hot summers and cold winters. The temperature changes a lot between seasons, and the state's geography plays a big role in its climate. The mountains and highlands get about 200 inches of snow, and low-lying areas get about 50 inches. In some areas, warm Chinook winds can raise temperatures significantly. January is the state's coldest month, and July is the state's warmest month. The temperature rarely drops below 14 degrees Fahrenheit or goes above 94 degrees Fahrenheit. June and mid-August to late September are the best times to visit Wyoming for warm weather activities. 4. Maine. Maine has a climate with warm summers and long, very cold winters. Temperatures in the north and west are much colder than near the coast, where the Atlantic Ocean keeps things a bit milder. The warm season lasts for 3.9 months, with average daily high temperatures above 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest month in Maine is July, with an average high of 79 degrees Fahrenheit and an average low of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold season lasts for 3.3 months, with an average daily temperature below 34 degrees Fahrenheit. January has the lowest average high and low temperatures of the year, at 8 degrees Fahrenheit and 23 degrees Fahrenheit. 3. Minnesota. The climate of Minnesota is mostly influenced by its position in the upper Midwest and its proximity to Lake Superior in the Northeast. Lake Superior keeps northern Minnesota's temperatures more moderate, but winters are still long and extremely cold. In fact, frosts can even happen in the summer. Minnesota has a continental climate, meaning it gets very cold winters and warm summers. The warmest months to visit Minnesota for outdoor activities are mid-June to early September. There are 3.9 months of warm weather, with an average daily high temperature above 71 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest month is July, with an average high of 83 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold season lasts about 3.3 months, with an average daily high temperature below 36 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest month is January, with an average low of 10 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 24 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. North Dakota. North Dakota is located in the western part of the Midwest and is one of the coldest places in the country. North Dakota has a continental climate, which means it gets very hot in the summer and very cold in the winter. Most of the state is flat and has little vegetation, which allows strong Arctic winds to blow in and bring freezing temperatures. There are approximately 50 days in the winter when the temperature stays below freezing. The average temperature varies from 2 degrees Fahrenheit in the north to 17 degrees Fahrenheit in the south. North Dakota gets an average of 19 inches of rain and 39 inches of snow annually. It enjoys an average of approximately 201 sunny days a year. June, August, and July are the 3 most enjoyable months in North Dakota. 1. Alaska. As you might expect, Alaska is by far the coldest state in the U.S. It is located in the far northwestern corner of North America and is much closer to the North Pole than any other state. Alaska's winters are long, cold, snowy, and mostly cloudy, whereas its summers are chilly and cloudy. The warm period is 3.7 months long, and with an average high of 67 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 55 degrees Fahrenheit, July is the warmest month of the year. The cold period is 4.0 months long, and during this, with an average low of 13 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 24 degrees Fahrenheit, January is the coldest month of the year. Alaska's extreme weather is directly affected by ocean currents. The Alaska Current influences the west coast, while the Arctic coast is affected by a west-moving cold ocean current. Inland areas have a continental climate, with freezing winds coming from northern Canada and Siberia, which explains why temperatures drop so low. That's all for today. Which state do you think handles the cold the best? Have you ever had to go through extremely cold winters? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Stay warm, and we'll see you next time.